Shiba Nyamba Meba Don Kone Konde Perwa Ju Yonje Semjo Rambo Je Shiba Nyamba Meba Don Kone Konde Perwa Ju Yonje Semjo Rambo Je Maye Bana Ye Durje Shiba Nyamba Meba Don Kone Konde Perwa Ju Niji Jimbo to Deni Miki Zone Malam Jimbo Najarata Pikarata Han Sendu Sharmado Tunba Kadran Jan La Zorvande Jagar Penchen Pula Kadran Che Pimaling Chong Kolanti Chong Tata Lunum Sumbu Kanunze Virgin Bujala Zorvande Riton John Brayoni Jan Lovely Gumpoloni Popote Jeto Monto Chutur Jansen Nadonch Mipham Rinpoche Namjar Kushan Saraya Sho Man Chuje Yinji Potoni Tusa Sonji Kanjungo Nyoy Ronsen Chuku Ngonsa Tuanze Zavala Mishabla Sorvande Dosun Robo Na Chula Yer Dosun Robo Na Chula Yer Dosun Robo Na Chula Yer Sosum Dunga Chundra Che Jin Chen Nyashome Boshiva Jela So Senchen Tam Nyurdu Dong Chana Tamba Nam Jinu Tunze Good morning. Please to generate bodhicitta. Then we are going to study this view of the middle way, these pith instructions. And before we start, I will take a few words to say in Tibet. 다 형춘 조동 투시 셈바시라서 단데조도 다 다리제리도 노라 송지바 타르블람 코노니 꼼바타 타르바 탐친첸 공통고 조히 축도 저바 다 다바 감바 휴파 탐치 너는 저로다 는데 맨 타촌두진는데 Tabari. Tani taba drop de la Hyongchuk Sen Rinpoche Tenya tap chahi seguna. Ta yona tap ton tap nyaga nyamdan dre yona tani jerido driven de sonji go kompon yanse tendase. Tozo du ta tela jeri kazung chag yosate choose tokwa jeneba yeni mahi mango bi zondon zamba namtrwa nyamba nyaji yinse nyamse. Techiredo Noma Sonji Patava Sendujite Toma Sonji Jumdendi Chu Somba Capsula Polomila Jet Soni Yon Taputava Sondichum The Yon Taputava Polomila Jepote Jerido Tavaton Shupa Nikak Segana Tavaton Gamba Shupa Sankan Duzizo Tandayo 초상거 samsang 제레주도 따바 돈유 교기 세전 감바 어사 쇼주 세운도 따감 따바 돈 감바냐서 그나 따부 돈이 논돈 송주 따바 아마 탄적 따바 돈유 교기 세거나 너나 돈양 타저 따바티 여존 텔라 제레주도 워서 서잔이오나 제레도도 디 노부 추운도 탐치 노위 똥바고 마고 똥비 고마고바 논토 똥바 샤르초지 똥토 노마 샤르초지지 논톤 손주고 따바텔라 제레도도 디 논톤 이르메크 따바 세가나요 초레제 똥바도 워서 세가나요 초군도 던리조도 감바 워서 효추세지데 Wusab Chani, Shupa Parut Shimba Dula Sopa Tida Tamchi Tazodu, Ndor Sudugana, Palamila Jek Kontanala, Dona Tepa Chimbuk, Tawa Gamba Shupa Tsoma Suduna, ti khons man du be me pa thoma ni nyat ni song tani tombo tawa tan la ma phap na gambi ngo hyong ju mro yong du ta tawa te la jere ju do dandi je song du khongru ko tawa jere ju do chun nyam ba nya ton tok mi stop song ji ko bon top tani sab chu tu dar la so pa song yon le te ta jinju choma ke song ji chom den de ke nyam jo number ma to pu chu ji in ji ye shi te la yar yong du tana la ron so su ritop te la jere ju do yasl drama na so yo len sang tare to zo den dana le chu su to pa chi ni pa ye ne ma hi mang ga pi zong dong zhen ba nang zhe nyam ba ni ji yin chu su to pa chi ni pa se ji kun zu ku ngu kan dana la to fi to pa no chi ku chu jere ju do kun di lam sang ku chu se ko kun di lam sang ku chu gung yo pa te do tham chi pa lu zhuo da hua zang ji ma du ji se ge ngu bo ge jie li zhen zhen dao xi xie you na ku yi mi za zhe ge rong yan ji do dan zhe yi mi song tar ge rong yan ji le de le de ge ye ni ma xi ma ge bi se ye ni tong ma ni xie ma niu se chan zhe de xie wa me se chan zhe de ti tao de ge de ne jie li zhe de nga hua de me ba tao qian de Tendra bujere judo yeni mahi manga opi zondong zamba seji zongwa yol ka nongwa yana zamba san ka tok yana zongzang nika ka jire judo zongwa yol go kari shar yon na yon yime tsadar ka rong yan jido zamba san ka tok ne san ka chondo do san ka chahi chalop san ka jire judo san tong san hiong kandi yo pa te do tamche yon ko yime tsadar ka rong yan re do re te jire judo chun nyamba nye ju ngong ni shang chun nyamba nye ju ngong ma nyam bu chu jik nyam ken nyam kon di nyamba nye se tan ti gong nyam de le es dan de la jire judo chu su tok pa jen ni pa se de kon zu chun do tam che la yong jin ju ke jire judo ki pa ka hi ka yong ji ki pa mong bo ka tan da song so yo se ko len jire judo tan jer chong ba ji ke data ko no yem bu chu do tam che la dong ne ge yime za ge rong yan jin de zu ge na ji po chen ma ce ge ne ji po po yong ze ge nyam ne ge da ba de to tel le de do ma de je le ce chen jin dong ne mu bu de ki men lai yong de na la je le zu do de shu so la yong ma na je le zu de chu do do tam che yime za ge rong yan je mit se chan zong de na la da je le zu de shu de na la drip on ji su ji me yong na tani sonji ji ko dong ye hi yu san go jin ri yin san go go san dan da ga yong do pan cha ren cha su san ge le de ji le zu gong zu ge chun do do tam ji ngu ni ye ga na de chong ma de me pa san no se thak cha la der dun zhen ba no yu song du ge le be na gong zao ji thak cha la der dun zhen yong na thak pa de der re sam cha du de na la kon chur ba ti on ki der gen jing no dong der la hian no dong din ji zhao ge chor no de za ba ni pa rong jo le ma yin na yong jie le zu ta hua de la dao xi xie yong na ta hua de ye ni zhe ji ma za ni ma nyong ba de ta hua de bu nyong re re kan ni xiong na ta hua de la za ba ni de zhe ji ma za yue ma nyong de de na la de ni jie le zhe ni de ha gong de yime za de ge rong yang de ha gong na de ni jie le zu ta hua de kun zu de zhe re de yin na yong ju dun tam ba la xi ni tani zhe me pan ro ge re ta me pe cha de su dong ge se chen ko kun zu la ti jie le zu de ji chen ma ji don dam chen ma ge kun zu de yo re de dao xi xie yong na yo ma re se ji dan ri zo dan da zu na de lan jing no ji go ji ma re sang sang dan da yong dan di yo sing ge len da ji dan ri zo de dan do su de go chen ji na ji ta ni rong ji de yar ma ya ge ge sha nan da to de hi chu la jie le chen na de hi ge dan sing go mu go se ji nan da do ni tani jie le do ji ji kun zu la don dam ji jie le do xiu xi ge che mi yar do mi yar ge dan da ge ko de me ba ta ni jie le che na di tan ju thom mong ge ta ba zu go na dong ne ge yime za de rong yan de dan la pa go ji ma do di nong yan ji ye ni ma hi ba mang go ba zong dong zi ba gong la yong jie le che chen ji na ta ji yime ta ti don dam gong zu de yong jie le che chen na yoparete yanayon delin dipati meparijana mepayon mepan drogam ye me nyaka kongo yon ki malon pa yemetar garonjan chila tandizo ki lanje te zuna te chuin yamba nyak chahi tsamchigdo tenala pot jido tenala njal tajite tandi yolin sango samsandanda oyona samdo go sa tandiri tazodu what I said in Tibet I will just tell you. We are studying very profound and very deep, difficult to fit into our mind. I mean, yesterday I said I need to say to you, for example, if you are someone's communicate, if I'm talking about the tea, okay, and other persons thinking about coffee, I'm says, would you like tea? I have rooibos, English breakfast, and Earl Grey. The other ones just don't listen, only thinking the coffee. And certainly this person said, what are you talking? What do you say? I'm saying, would you like tea? Said, oh, no, I don't want coffee. I drink a lot. No, I'm saying the tea. Said, what? Like this sort of conversation, then there's no communication, impossible. And then it's like if you teach this sort of the profundity, a little bit useless, okay? I want to say. But those really interest, really to kind of the analyze, to study, want to study, then we need to communicate. And we are in the illusory, absolutely illusory, very much confused. We don't know where we are come from, where we are going, where we are living, who we are. Absolutely, we cannot to say something identity or proof. But generally speaking, yeah, I'm here. Maybe I'm come from space, earth, parents, something else. But why I need to analyze? Here is I am, family, and world, and things. That's all. Born, everybody look born, body, going this. You just concern like this. I don't want to say that. Then there's second says communicate. But if you really, yes, that's true. I need to analyze, am I like kind of confused, illusory, in the dream? And this is like kind of to a little bit to settle your mind, to analyze, then we need to talk. What we are going to talk? We are going to talk view of the middle way. That is in the enlightened path of the Buddha. And he is like kind of the best kind of the methods. In like a view is like a lake. If you really to go to some place, and if you haven't got lake, you cannot go. And therefore you want to go to enlightenment, you need lake of the view. And then any kind of the lake, handicap lake. Strange lake is difficult. Take a long time. Healthy lake. Perfect lake. You need it. I may joke. And this view, you need good view. And good view is the Madhyamika, middle ways. And when is Buddha, he taught that views. Yesterday I said, when is Buddha's enlightened, he started to teach. And he talking about the really noblest path, enlightened path. There is the 8 noble path. This path is, first one is right view. And right view, right thoughts, right knowledge, like a speech, right kind of the livelihood, life kind of the right food, or right diligent, right mindfulness, right samadhis. And this eight noble the path included Mahayana's path, meditation, conduct. When you look at the Mahayana's kind of the view is perfect emptiness. You know this terminology, superior self or supreme emptiness. You know, it's like supreme emptiness of all. And this like a view that we call using the terminology of the emptiness. This emptiness is not language saying it's emptiness, not. This emptiness of the, yesterday I said the great equanimity of the expanse. Why you call the emptiness? Because this state, this nature ground, what you can say? Shape, color, dimension, past, present, future. There's no, you cannot apply this kind of word. That is our ground, our natural reality. That we are established, and that is like you cannot express, you cannot describe. Then is which looks like, okay, you can temporarily use emptiness, like a space. But these examples cannot to measure to really your natural ground, natural reality, the great equanimity of the natural expanse. And that is, we are like kind of. Then is you establish through these appearances of outside, appearances of inside. And then certainly you reach or to understand perfect view through the pity instruction, through the teaching of the Buddha sculptures. You need that. And then it's like, yesterday there's this confidence, and also it's like kind of definition, and also it's like a kind of precise, and you like kind of the inside rise. This is what we're using in these relative phenomena establish behind these absolute realities. That is, we call that you're using the direct valid cognition and understand the meaning of the in French valid cognition. Because the example is when you see the water birds or you see the smoke, then definitely you can to say there is water or there is fire. Definitely, you no doubt, behind you like a smoke is seen, and you say, I haven't got any doubt. I'm not yet to see the fire, but there is fire because smoke. Like this, when you analyze the things is like yesterday it says these things are the conceptually imputed or labeled, all this external, internal, everything. And these are, then is, of course, conduct support. Conduct is the transcendent, like six transcendent, like this. Yesterday we stopped, there is, can you read that, okay? I said it's like all projections in post-open phenomena have never arisen and never ceased to be. So free from the duality of perceiver and perceived, we rest in the all-pervading space of the equality. That is the point. Here is the all projections imposed upon the phenomena. Because it's the beginning, you remember,
like conceptuals imposed. Say that is the world, that sentient beings, that is you, that is the me. And if we are very carefully to analyze, maybe it's like very much clinging. I am here, existence, myself, I. And also the phenomena look big, large, universal. Number of the inner sentient beings moving around, natural disaster. These things are the surely existence. And this is like actually is really, if asked, okay? And this kind of the conceptual, like impose them. Someone says, universals. Universal and what you see in things are completely different. Universal is someone's imposed, labeled. Universal never ever existence. For example, if I'm called myself, my name is Tashi Delit. Are you a Tashi Delit? Yes, I am Tashi Delit. I am not Tashi Delit. This body is not Tashi Delit. This is maybe my parents conceptually imposed, our son's name is Tashi Delit. But Tashi Delit is when someone sees this Tashi Delit at the beginning never ever born. Tashi Delit is just a kind of the abstract. And then if you really to analyze, if you don't analyze it, yes, I am Tashi Delit. Someone's calling me Tashi Delit. My family's friend says, this is Tashi Delit. And then maybe it's like there's 100 Tashi Delit, you know? Which one really Tashi Delit? Tashi Delit, Tashi Delit, Tashi Delit. You know, I heard some Tibetans, children, people going to sometimes taking aeroplane. Everybody is named Tenzin. And then there's big problems. Which one is a Tenzin? Or you cannot to enter inside. Then they need to look the pictures. And now it's like they cannot call the Tenzin. Oh, Tenzin Tashi, Tenzin. All the time they need to look at the next one because Tenzin Gyatso is holiness name. Like this. Oh, of course, in our Europe, many times Matthew. Which Matthew? Luxembourg Matthew or Brussels Matthew or Scandinavian Matthew? Or someone say John. Before, when I arrived in the Belgium, and I don't want to call the Tibet Lama or something. And someone said, what is your name? I said, my name is John. Okay, you are in Cambo? Oh, yes. Your name is Cambo Jones? Oh, yes. One day, one lady, she called, and she said, I wanted to, visit the, what you call the Cambo Jones. He said, pick up. Oh, yes, you want to talk Cambo Jones? Oh, yes, but he's not here now. I will message to take it. And she said, tomorrow can I come like 10 o'clock to want to talk? Okay, I will ask to him. I will call you back. Then I said, oh yes, he said, you can come. This is my name is Cambo John. But later, it's too many John. Then but in reality, who is John? Which one is John? And like this is like input. There is the example. Someone is like kind of a little bit foggy or like a darkness to see the like kind of the rope. You know, it is like kind of the white and black as together, this kind of rope. Certainly, this person thought that is the snake. And according to his fear, panic, the rope is a little moved. And he ran away. There is there is a snake. Someone says, surely no, there is a snake. Yes. Then he's so scary. He go to there very carefully, like this, so scary and scary. And someone said, there's no snakes. Yes, I saw my eye. There's snakes. And then it's during the night also a lot of kind of nightmare. I saw very strong snakes. And then is everybody to say like this, there's no snake. And then he analyzed this one, slowly coming closer. In this rope is never, ever, never snakes. In the beginning, there's nothing kind of the snake, but this outside, inside, never existence the snake. Like this, whatever we conceptually inputted, like imposed, or like kind of label, these things are actually have never arisen and never like kind of ceased to be. That is like kind of, if you want to analyze, yesterday we says, you need to analyze by the times. We have past, present, future. How these things are truly existent? Maybe you can use the particles, like everything is like kind of the piles of the particles. And generally, like a kind of the entities, like kind of with consciousness, you have five aggregations to like kind of make form. And if there's no mind, most is like kind of particles. And this, if you analyze, as I said, it's like Dashidele is never, ever arise. Dashidele is actually never, ever cease to be. And therefore, this phenomena are like this. And then there is, yesterday we are talking about, there is, in this perspective, we firstly, if you want to analyze all the what you are perceiving things, perceiving objects, there is such a kind of, from your eye faculties, ear faculties, nose faculties, you can to perceive nice smell, ugly smell, and even sometimes in your bedroom, there's a very, very bad smell, but that does not come from. You think it's come from outside, it's not. It's come from you. And like this sort of that's and also it's like ear, like this. According to our five faculties, we perceive five objects of the desirables. Inconceivable, unbelievable, and the varieties of them. And that if you are not to analyze, not to like kind of the investigate, okay, there are kind of the, I said, without seeing, you see. Without hearing, you can't hear. And some meditators say, I don't see anything, but I see. I saw, I don't know, these sentences, the Alexander, she corrected me, but I can't see. But doesn't matter. And then you apply in yourself. Look, in the soul, free from the duality of the perceiver. Perceivers. Perceived things not truly existence. Perceiver, how can perceived to existence? If there's no father, no mother. It's like no child. That's true. If no father, no mother, absolutely. Fathers make mother, mothers make father. And parents to make children. I think our Kembo, he has experience. He laughed. No, that's no. Exactly. And it's no father, no sons. That. Okay, if other side no existence, this side is never. Yesterday we already studied no emptiness, no appearances, no appearances, no emptiness. And therefore, perceived appearances is not truly existence. Then is like kind of perceiver of the subject. How you can to say it? Then we need to rest all the pervading space of the equality. This need to rest inside. It's a similarity of like this. And that time is yumilas kilenter, that is the yumilas kilenter, that is the tangible tamu mind, that is. This is the really uncommon view of the Pasangika's view is say, this beyond any assertions such as is or is not. And there is no kind of any exceptions here. And also is what I said. This what you perceived, these appearances, we have common object. And common object. Don't think about, oh yes, object. I would to say our common object of this mandala. Can you take this object, it that as this matter, this subject of the matter of this, subject of matter of these mandalas, never truly existence. Why? Because this is compounded. And mandala is never truly existence. And you need to say like this, or says, when you see, immediately, you don't want to using this kind of terminologies. When you see immediately, to see the like a kind of the supreme emptiness, and you see it, but you automatically have the realization of the like a rainbow, like a hallucination. Maybe it's like kind of when you have hallucinations, and that is the hallucination, not truly existence. When you see the rainbow, to see it not unreal. And you have this realization, and then there is the Pasangikas and Svantatikas, a little bit different. Now I'm saying that Svantatika say that. Svantatika, one class, okay? Pasangika is one class. There's two argue, one side to side. I don't know. And then it's like the Svantatika says, classes says, and this one is our common subject matter of this. In the relatively, it's a kind of existence. Relatively, more easy for us. Relatively, it's existent, but you using the absolute valid cognitions, establish this is to emptiness, totally it's true. Primordially, it is emptiness. But in the relatively, you should to accept these things. In the like kind of the, I didn't say them. And the tiny uputun the tamchi wrong in the pattern, wrong send it the passage. They charge Majina, Tanye Jimeton, Numeton, legendary Matepa, Yonsan do some chunk. Tofa Techani, Tanye Jerejo Ronsan Trapaton, Tanye Romuni Trapate, Gose. Te you te Yanayon, don't you hit Semi, then la Paviondu, then it Demba Matrapas. Te on Jerejo Tanye did not come to you te Yanayon, Tanye ndi Tola. Demba Madapa. You said the Chung, Tanya did not come to Yardi ye magic court and he. Jerry to Tanya the Tangierdon teaching. Ronjo to Tangerine Eva Tandizo here on do Tanya Yardi ye magic ton. Dishi chu Tanya Mupon the dollar, the shake dancing yard my yarton. Tenecher say chanchina, D say chanchina, D. Dishi chun the dot tomche lion. Susson son dancing la tani, don't nam tan la pap my pap say jete. Jerry the chig chipper and the Tanda Yolinson. Te Mupong Keshana Gelu Shola Tanjo Ronji Eva the Churu someday, Mumbochi Yoli son do. Sasha Shola Yoli send. Then you show that in the party take out some chimato, you na some sondanda. Jere say chanchin and the Tanya Ronsen Trapati do, Tanya Romini Trapati, Tanya Kupuchun to Tomchi, Kim Mlani, Tanger Tomo Mayan Paki. Don't make Yemit Zadder to Tanla Pabro, Temato Jessica. They you the young and the lion cherry say chanchina. Don't you hit semi Tanla Paviona Demba Matter Passage. De la cherry to thanks Ronjut to good knee, de la Tson semi Yariona, then it Demba Matter, but so much Savan in the key Malampa. Don't make Lada Yemit Zadder to Tanla Pabro, Tetan in the internet on the Tetan candy ever mesh. Tandide, te la yon tani, non tonk evelun de la yon, non tonk dani ton, ni non dani, ni que non chez yon de. Mixer que de non tonk dani que capsula, pachete don tino yan sang samsang ra chi renga samduk. Don nek ladda tanjerk. Non tola, Jerezo, don't make Yemit Zadar to Ronjan Tanla Pabni. No mate, Gonzo, Tombate, Tondam, Seund the neck. Gonzo Kuchun to Tomchit, Yeni Madre Patella Jerezo the Jig, Killing Conduct, Tava Tony Yandro, Mato. The Tonya Ritsini, that Tomba near Yana Jerezo, Chu Tanya Gupun to Tomchit, Tonya Tanla Pabiona, the Tomba near said, Tonya Deum Kim Malani, Killing Conduct said. Tanya Mupu Noma de Kimanona, no ton heona, Tomba says Chantic, Tanya Kim Malayon, Killing Conduct Tabati, Tela says. That ne non tam mantanka onka Kesha here on the Tanala, ne non mantan by yerdo yachente, Gonzola young, ne non tan by yerdo yachanica, Don Tambala young on the Tanala, ne non cherry chain the jig Tam mantan by yerdo yachantela. There is a chanchina, Gunzut Selmatella, in here, non does it Madot Santon Selmakiana, Madot Santon Sem Captanala, Jerizido, the Tande Jerizido, the Jijungo. Jituk Tanik yard here on the Tanala, Tikapsula, Gently Lu Mayer, Gonzap to Mokala, Tajerko, Jerizina. Tanya the yard yes, you see. They mato Jessica Tava Tanla Pap, Tava yard here the Chontopa Zoyona, they lie killing mess. Then it is the non toxic Temak Mohani Hegana, could toxic Temanachina, the Tombu tunic, the G Mandi Chun, the Chunits, Yambaniak, could chap somebody, half goes on. Della Taumadok say change, Chun Yambaniato, earmit and reasons della. Non do toxic Temari do toxic Temati may yona on Jerry Chanchina, Tonk, the Tanik Upondella, ki manlong na tachi chetaji la long rok som tofa di yongzo ina som tanda ji renga se tene jere judo tatela ti nandong tondang la nandong mayan patens. I'm just to say it's like a complication, the terminology of the Svantatikas, how they establish the phenomena, or perceiver things, appearances. And also Pasangika, Madhimika, like kind of the top peak view of the middle ways, how it is like this. When you are like kind of the divided the true truth, relative truth, absolute truth. This is like according the second teaching of the Buddha and third of the Buddha's teaching. We say it's like kind of the, according the second Buddha's teachings, according the Pajina Paramata. I mean, it's like according that appearances are the relative, emptiness is absolute. Appearance is like a relative truth, emptiness is like absolute truth. And that perspective, the highest view of the middle ways, they never ever any accept in the relative these appearances. When you are immediately you say, hey, to see these things we need to analyze. You analyze, not analyze. In the primordially or not primordially, this is what you see, what you hear, all these appearances is emptiness. And then is what we are seeing these things. What you see itself also emptiness. What you see things are emptiness. Emptiness are seeing emptiness. It's just empty like kind of. And this is like kind of, there's nothing kind of the command, nothing kind of the statement. That is if you have statement, then you have problems. What is problems? Oh, this is not emptiness. Then why? It's questions. What do you think? Just emptiness. Emptiness itself is like a kind of the uncompounded. Like a kind of, if you say it's the example, space, wind. And maybe it's like this. It's like kind of we call, there are many, horn of the rabbit. Have you seen a horn of the rabbit? You see that, like when you see the rabbit, you need to talk about the horn of the rabbit. It's useless. Like this, when you see, at that moment, this is like kind of the nature of emptiness. What you need to talk. Like everything is like uncompounded. But you see or not seeing like this. Then this appearances, but in the Svantatikas is second class. That is a little bit dangerous. Our community to see these things. World, I'm seeing mandala or damaras. You see like this. This you immediately emptiness. There's no existence. It's too much. So far. It's difficult to accept that. Nobody says, everybody says, I'm making tea, I'm doing tea. How you can to say it's no existence? I'm talking to you, you listen to me. And it's like this. And that is like kind of, that's also emptiness. And maker tea is emptiness. What you making tea itself emptiness. Emptiness doing emptiness. Emptiness form is emptiness. What is the difference? You say in the appearances talk to appearances. Because I am appearances, you are appearances, and I'm talking to you. It's appearances talking to appearances. It's can't we see it? Exactly. This is the same logic. Emptiness is talking to you. Emptiness listen to you. Actually, it's absolutely same. You apply like this. There is like, if you really to analyze perceiver and perceiving, both is uncompounded. How you can to self-talk? Really to very carefully. This is like kind of immediately. And then is in the second, it is like kind of the absolute, the true truth, a little different to making the deviation or classification. Maybe you study more deeply. When you study some mathematics terminologies, once you there, once a little bit you there is like you eating chocolate, okay? When you a little bit taste, you cannot to stop. It's just amazing. It's like kind of in the jutsu, when you are practice, it's like kind of certainly you understand the nature realities. It's kind of your thoughts is unclearly. Appearance is also a little bit strange, like this. And you more to reach the view, perfect view of the middle ways. And then it's like you perceive completely different to the others. When this kind of your realization or the conceptual understand, or you studied philosophies, you perceive the things ordinary, never learn to someone's to this kind of philosophy. To same time it perceives different way of the thinking, different way of the concerning. Therefore we say it's ordinary, like the normal person say. If you learn this kind of things, something is like kind of funny things. You already like kind of transformation of your mind is to approach into that. Then it's like you have like already there, want to go more deep and deep. And then is you go back, difficult. Why? Because you people think too much, very strong kind of belief that everything is existence. It's like kind of the rope you concerning snake. And this one's very strong belief that then is everything is existence. Enjoy, go, let's go to party. I'm sick. I need. The kind of the everything is a sensitivities because of the belief existence. Everything is fragile because we believe that clinging. I am this like this. But when you approach this middle way, view of the middle way, as you really to analyze, mind is become the more kind of the, you extended mind, become the bigger and the bigger mind. Therefore you call the ground nature. Fundamental your nature is called the space. Longchen Pas saying that in your the ground nature space, you put inside whatever existence of the phenomena in this space, is still you can put billions, trillions things you put into the fundamental ground or the space, still you have. Your mind is you cannot to see that kind of the large. Concerning the space is nothing. External space is very small compared to your fundamental nature space. And all these phenomena of the samsara nirvana is arising from your fundamental ground nature, are living inside, dissolved inside. Fundamentally, your nature is inconceivable. And in that perspective, these things are actually, it is not different than your fundamental nature, and you approach like this externally, maybe we can to say some projecting on the wall, there's a lot of pictures. And if you really holding these pictures existence, and then it's like very much believed. Once I was in Japan, I went to cinema. There's like scientific fixation, or I don't know how to call it. Very strange, like kind of this, how to, like digit, like very bizarre. You're wearing special glass, and these things are coming too close to you. How do you call that? Huh? Oh, 3G, I don't know. Some animals is coming under like this, and front of me, and something said, and then I didn't see. On the chair there's water. Sometimes coming. Oh my God, so almost I run away. Because this 3G is coming close, and this animal, this on the, how do you say, it's a chair, there is water coming into my face. So scaring. But I, like really in the wall is something, but if you understand there's not truly existed, and the wall is emptiness. There's nothing pictured. Is a picture is come from my behind. And nothing there, but this emptiness, animals coming from me, and to put dirty in me into my face, I thought it's yes. Like this sort of, then you are more approach, then it's like kind of the funny things for your point. Then I says, then you want to go deep and deep. Once is like deep, you approach, more relax, more peace, more openness, more kind of the, then it's even that you open, tolerant, birth, old age, sickness, death. You go beyond, you is like into your fundamental nature. Therefore, we analyze, very important. Therefore, we says, we rest in the all-pervading space, my friend, of the equalities. Pervading. I'm come from Italy, you know. I'm Italian. My friend, in Rome, there are so many Buddhists. Also, they are study philosophers. They talking about the pervasive. Oh my gosh, it's coffee times. And okay, this is just to be stopped. This is the beyond any assertion, such as is or is not. That is the best, perfect view of the middle way. Okay, coffee. I need to eat chocolate. Oh yes. Give me coffee. Bonjour. Yes. Hi.